Hello and welcome everyone to the first video on iQuanta Insights. In this series, we will try to answer all your questions pertinent to CAT examination. So today's topic is speed versus accuracy. We try to answer a question: should you focus on doing more questions, which is speed, or getting them right, which is accuracy? So before we begin, a few facts. Correct answer get you 3 marks, incorrect answer gets 1 mark deducted. There are total 100 questions in CAT examination with 34 in VARC, 34 in quantitative aptitude and 32 questions in LRDI. Verbal ability, to get a 99 percentile, you need 60 marks. LRDI 40 marks, quantitative aptitude 65 marks. So let's have the first scenario, which is if you have a 90% accuracy. A target score of 150 will get you a overall 99 percentile in CAT examination, which will get you in top 10 B schools of the country. So we have a target score of 150, and with a 90% accuracy, to be able to get this target score, you need to be able to solve around 56 questions, which means that you will have around 3.2 minutes per question. Also, in the second scenario, if you look at it, the same target score, but now you have a lower accuracy. So you will have to be able to solve more questions because you're getting them less right, which is around 68 questions. This makes your time, because you're trying to solve more questions, your time will reduce. You will have around 2.6 minutes per question. And lastly, if you have even a further lower accuracy, you have the similar target score of 150, then in that case you will should be able to solve around 83 questions, and the time that you will get to do so is around 2.1 minutes per question. Now if you look at it, getting a 90% accuracy is fairly difficult, but it's still doable, in which case you will have a 3.2 questions per 3.2 minutes per question to be able to solve. Whereas 83 questions is fairly impossible to achieve, right? Because total 100 questions and then you are getting 2.1 minutes. So imagine you are doing a DILR set. You'll have to understand the set, solve the set, all of it in 2.1 minute for every question in that set, which is fairly less. So if you see, and 83 questions mean that you have to almost attempt around roughly 28 questions in every section, which is a fairly difficult task to do. So accuracy as low as 70% won't work out for you. Similarly, getting a 90% accuracy is quite difficult, given that you have questions where you will go wrong in verbal ability and reading comprehension that you think you've gotten right, but you won't have gotten them right. And similarly, you will get some hit in your accuracy in quantitative aptitude as well. So this is also a difficult feat to achieve. So I will say that 80% accuracy with around 68 questions to solve, which roughly boils down to 23 questions to 25 questions in every set, is a fairly balanced approach that you should have. Now, how would you achieve this? Well, if you see that 2.6 is sort of a middle figure, but if we see that for quant, if you can solve every question in 2 to 2.5 minutes, getting them fairly correct. Verbal ability, if you can solve them in 2.5 to 3 minutes, and LRDI you can take 3 to 3.5 minutes per question. If you can do it in this much time and 80% accuracy, which is not difficult to achieve, every out of every 10 questions you can still get 2 wrong, which means you if you're solving around in this case around 23 to 24 questions, you can get as much as 4 to 5 questions wrong out of that. So 4 to 5 questions incorrect, that per section. Then you will be able to, with this much time and this many questions as a margin for you to get incorrect, then you will be able to achieve that golden score of 150 in this case and clear the CAT examination and get into your one of your dream B schools. So I hope this is clear. This is what you need to check when you are doing your mocks as well, that are you able to do these many questions, which is around 24 to 25 questions, 23 to 25 questions in every section, and getting 4 or 5 not more than 4 or 5 of them wrong. And time, obviously, if you can do these many questions, then time you will have already calibrated, but I have also given you a per question time in each of the sections. So this answers your question on speed versus accuracy. The final verdict is that you will have to have both. You can compromise a little on accuracy. You can also compromise a little on time, but you cannot compromise completely on one, because if you compromise completely on one, solving more than 83 questions is nearly impossible. Having more than 90% accuracy is also fairly impossible. So this is your answer. I hope you liked this video. Please follow our page, share this video with your friends who are preparing for the CAT examination to help them from this video as well. Thank you so much.